This is Optimal Finance Daily, episode 820, The Average 401k Balance and Why It's Too Low, by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. And I'm Dan, I'm your host here on Optimal Finance Daily, where I read to you from some of the best personal finance blogs on the planet. And I want to thank DesignCrowd for keeping this podcast running. Do you need custom graphics for your social media profiles, brochures, or t-shirt designs? Then don't worry, because DesignCrowd's 650,000 designers are ready to help you create great graphics for your brand. You'll be able to find your perfect design without breaking the bank. For a special $100 VIP offer for our listeners, check out designcrowd.com/finance to learn more and save up to $100 when you start your next project. That's designcrowd.com/finance. DESIGNCROWD.com/finance, or simply enter the discount code FINANCE when posting a project on DesignCrowd. For now, let's get right to today's post as we optimize your life. The Average 401k Balance and Why It's Too Low, by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. According to Fidelity, one of the largest 401k providers in the world with over 12 million accounts, the average 401k balance is now around $110,000 as of the fourth quarter 2018. Among employees participating in a 401k for at least 10 years, the average balance hit $251,600, up 12% from a year ago. Separately, Vanguard reported that the average 401k balance has now shot up to $120,650. For workers 55 years of age or older, the average balance is $163,300. In 10 not-so-short years, we've finally breached the peak average balance of $69,000 in 2007 and are now at record highs. It's not so hard to believe since the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 are also at record highs. At the depths of the crisis in 2008, the average 401k balance plummeted 25% to around $50,000. 401k participation levels hover at a respectable 71% for those making $40,000 to $60,000 a year. Participating levels are therefore clearly much higher for those making more, but the exact number is unclear. For those making $20,000 to $40,000 a year, the participation level drops to just 53%, which is understandable. Let's say the average age surveyed is between 30 and 35. You can now see how absolutely pathetic these balances are if you are actually depending on your 401k to retire. You need to have the mindset of always maxing out your 401k every single year while saving at least 20% of your income after full contribution. There really is no other guaranteed way to retire comfortably if you aren't saving a good amount. The power is all in your hands. Saving in your 401k is a must. It may seem daunting to save $18,500 pre-tax dollars a year, that's the 2018 max, if you're not making more than $60,000 a year, but trust me when I tell you it's a must. If you spread out your contributions evenly over 12 months, you will be contributing $1,458 each month pre-tax. Hence, what's really coming out of your paycheck is not $1,458 each month. It's more like $500 every 2 weeks or $1,000 every month, thanks to not having to pay taxes. You can do it. Millions of people survive on much less. I recommend not stopping at the company's 401k match, which often equals 3% of your base salary or $3,000, whichever is larger. I've heard many examples of a much higher contribution, all the way to a full 100% contribution match as well. Whatever the case may be, you need to do your best to max it out. After 10 years, you'll have at least $175,000, given it's very rare that one loses money in a balanced equities and bond portfolio in any 10-year stretch. Furthermore, I haven't included any of the company matching or profit sharing. Doesn't at least $175,000 in your 401k sound good when you're 32, assuming you graduated at 22, and $330,000 sound good at 42? The fact of the matter is, you're more likely to have $200,000 plus and $500,000 plus if you keep maxing out your 401k based on average 4% returns, company matching, and profit sharing. By 50 and 60 years old when you retire, you are well on your way to $1 million 401k balance or more. However, the sad thing is that $1 million in today's dollars certainly buys much less than $1 million 10, 20, and 30 years in the future. Hence, your 401k cannot be depended on. It can only be considered a supplement during your retirement. There's a recommended 401k savings chart by age or work experience in this post. When the 401k gets big, it starts working for you. Once you have a sizable portfolio, your $19,000 contribution will start making less of a difference. For example, a reasonable 4% return on a $500,000 portfolio is $20,000. If you made 20%, that's a nice $100,000 return while you kicked back doing little. It's all about building your nut as large as possible so that your money just starts doing all the work for you. Now, some of you gunslingers might laugh at a 4% return, but when you have millions of dollars in the bank or in your portfolio yielding a risk-free 4%, it adds up. You become more risk-averse as you get older. It's partly because you might have more liabilities and dependents and don't want to blow yourself up, but it's also because once you have a $500,000 portfolio, it will still make you sick to your stomach if you lose 10% of it, even though you're much wealthier than when you were first starting out. Some say 10% is 10%, but trust me, when I saw my portfolios go down by 100,000 plus during the downturn, it was not a pleasant feeling. Here is the reality of how much people have in their 401ks today. And a note here, this is actually as of March 2013. Generation Y, $16,500. Gen X, $63,600. Overall average as of January 2014, $101,650. Baby boomers, $126,900, and all 55 and over, $150,300. How's your 401k portfolio doing? At some point in 2010, I noticed that finally I had breached my 2007 highs. I haven't bothered to calculate my portfolio's real rate of return given that it is quite messy with the company match and profit sharing plan. All I really care about is how much is in the darn portfolio, and I'm pleased to say it is about 25% above its previous peak. There's no magic involved in the portfolio at all. The most important thing is an asset allocation between equities, bonds, and cash which you are comfortable with and that you keep on maxing it out. I like the idea of keeping roughly your age as a percentage in bonds and the rest in equities. Couple your 401k with your hefty after-tax investment account and you'll be good to go when it comes time to no longer work. You just listened to the post titled The Average 401k Balance and Why It's Too Low by Sam of FinancialSamurai.com. And thank you to Design Crowd for sponsoring this episode. Are you a busy entrepreneur? If you are, you know how important it is to make a good first impression. Design Crowd gives you access to graphic designers who can take your business to the next level in terms of beautiful design. Through Design Crowd, you can crowdsource your next logo, website, or business card redesign to designers from around the globe. You'll receive your first professional design within hours. All you have to do is approve payment to the designer once you've chosen your favorite design. For a special $100 VIP offer for our listeners, check out designcrowd.com/finance to learn more and save up to $100 when you start your next project. That's designcrowd.com/finance. DESIGNCROWD.com/finance, or simply enter the discount code finance when posting a project on Design Crowd. And that's going to do it for today and for this week here at Optimal Finance Daily. Thank you so much for being here every single day and optimizing your life. We could not do it without you. So have yourself a great weekend if you're listening in real time, and I'll catch you back here on Monday, where your optimal life awaits.